Okay, today's day 16 of the 20 and 30 challenge, and you guys are over halfway. I'm super proud of you guys. They say that it takes between 28 and 31 days to create a habit. And so, the way that I look at things like this challenge is, you're really laying the foundation for a difference in your future. And we know that our reality is just a manifestation of our habits. What you do on a repeated basis is truly what you become. So hopefully you're laying down roots, you're changing your habits, you're establishing different lifestyle patterns. And I want to talk to you today about sports nutrition. And this is something that's been fresh on my mind and way up there in terms of priority in my life for several years now, just because I've been an athlete my whole life and I've always been interested in trying to get the most out of my body. I kind of picture my body like a machine. And if you have a high performance machine, you're going to treat it differently than, like a moped versus a Ferrari. You're going to put different gasoline in it and tune it and, make sure it's just running at capacity because you spent a lot of money for a Ferrari. You want it to perform at its absolute best. And, I think our bodies are the same way. And so I pay a lot of attention, do a lot of research, do a lot of, kind of experimenting with my own body performance in the venue of athletics. And so I want to talk to you just about a couple of tips I think that'll really help you today. I know a lot of you are not preparing for an athletic event or a race or a sport necessarily, but those things translate. Health transcends different sports and different goals. You want to be healthy so that you can do the different things in life that you want to do. Whether it's trail run or go on hikes or go fishing or just be able to play around with your kids and your grandkids this summer, whatever it might be, you got to have your health to do it. So I want to talk to you about just a couple of key things. Number one, people always ask me, when should I eat, before or after a workout? And I kind of want to pre-frame that by talking about when you should work out in the first place. And research shows that for the majority of people, the right hormone balance that is present in your body in order to build muscle and perform at your best is actually kind of mid-afternoon to early evening. However, for most of us, that would be like between 2 and 5 o'clock in the afternoon. For most of us, that's right in the middle of a workday. And for me, that's just literally impossible. Maybe Fridays or on the weekend, I could actually do that. But like most other people, my day starts really early. And I press as hard as I could possibly go the whole day. And then by the time the afternoon or evening rolls around, the last thing I want to do is try to go press even harder and, crush a workout. So I typically work out first thing in the morning. There's not a whole lot of difference in terms of what's going to be the most effective. So if you have to work out in the morning like I do versus working out in the afternoon or the evening, it really just comes down to personal preference. Some people love to work out late at night. In fact, one of my former coaches, he would work out at 8 or 9 o'clock at night, and he would be 10 times more productive and energetic than he was at 5 or 6 a.m., which is when I work out. It's just a difference in preference. So once you kind of have an established time, and I would highly recommend setting it in your routine. One of the talks or one of the videos that I just did was called War Plan, and that's kind of your weekly schedule. I know on Sunday night exactly what days and what times and what workouts I'm going to do for the whole entire week before the week even starts. That way I'm not sitting there going, today's Tuesday, I have a little extra time on my hands. What should I do? If what should I do comes at you, it's not going to be good. It doesn't end well. What should I do usually ends up in, I'll think about it for 30 minutes to an hour, and then I'll get online and make sure I don't have any emails to check, or what's my bank account look like, or what's my Facebook page look like. And then before you know it, 2 or 3 hours go by and you're like, well, I guess I really didn't have time to work out anyway. So I plan ahead. I put that into what I call my war plan. You can go back a couple of videos and watch that if you want help with time management. But to the topic at hand, we're talking about sports nutrition. Should I work out or should I eat before or after I work out? And the answer is, it depends. I know that's not what you wanted to hear, but it really does depend. It depends on what your goals are. If your goals are to pack on a lot of muscle and gain weight so that you can compete in a certain activity or event, like strength training or Olympic lifting or something that requires a lot of strength and size and mass, then obviously you're going to want to eat before you exercise, because here's the way that you have to think about exercise nutrition or sports nutrition. When you exercise, your heart rate goes up, you start to sweat, you start to burn a lot more calories. Hooray, that's what we want to do. Most people want to burn calories because they're trying to lose weight or get fit. The problem is if you don't have any food in your stomach, where do you think your body burns those calories from? You guessed it, the muffin tops and the arm flaps, and most of the time that's great, that's what you want. But if you're trying to gain weight because of sports or because you're trying to pack on muscle, you don't want to be losing weight. So you would actually want to eat something. Now that's 5 or 10% of the population. The rest of us who are trying to lose weight that are on this challenge, you want to know how to lose weight as fast as possible, as healthy as possible, in the most efficient way that there is, right? So here you go. Work out first thing in the morning on an empty stomach. Why? Because if your body doesn't have any food to pull energy from in your stomach, where does it have to pull it from? All the excess fat stores that you have that you're trying to get rid of in the first place, right? So there's an energy deficit. Your body has to create energy by chewing up fat, turning fat into energy. There you go. You've got energy to work out. People say, yeah, but I can't work out on an empty stomach. I get sick or I don't have as much energy. You know why? It's because your body's trained to be a sugar burner. You've fed your body so consistently that it's like a dog that misses one meal. You'd think the world was ending. It's like your body's so conditioned to get food on a regular basis that the second you miss a meal, your body shuts down. When actually our bodies are created for something that's called intermittent fasting. That's a video that we're going to do later. But it's actually good for your body to not have a ton of food in it all the time and exert a lot of physical energy. It just keeps our hormones balanced, and it trains our body that, hey, you may not get food every time you think about it, so you better make good use of the energy that you have. And guess what? That makes your body just a lean, mean, fat-burning machine. You become extremely efficient in your body processes. That's what you really want. An efficient body is a healthy body. So working out on an empty stomach first thing in the morning, you'll get used to it. I've been an athlete my whole life. I used to think that was crazy. I could never work out. In fact, I used to eat big protein bars or shakes on the way to the gym and on the way back. Now, I might have some bulletproof coffee, which is basically organic coffee, raw butter, and coconut oil, in the morning, maybe 1 cup, and then I can do a full hour of CrossFit, or I can do, 25 miles on my bike and really have a lot of energy left. I'm not starving. So it's just, I've trained my body to be able to do that. The second thing is, what do you do afterward? Well, the worst thing that you could possibly do after an awesome workout is sabotage your own efforts by putting a bunch of junk into your body. And that probably goes without saying, but you'd be surprised that the things that people put into their body that they call health food right after a workout, that's really just full of preservatives, chemicals, artificial flavors, colors, and additives, and even the proteins. It's hot processed and it's from grain-fed cows. It really does you no good. It's actually probably doing more harm than it is good in your body. And so what I typically recommend for weight loss is after a workout, give your body at least an hour. I'd say that window to eat so that you don't get super drained for the rest of the day and your body still has some material to repair, micro tears in the muscles, which is a good thing. That's what helps you build muscles, but has some material to repair those things and balance hormones. An hour to an hour and a half, and I would make sure that what you're eating is really, really high in good healthy fats. It's really high in good healthy proteins. And then it's got a little bit of carbohydrate. And the carbohydrate just has enough sugar in it, so like berries or Granny Smith apple, just a little bit, just enough to spike your insulin enough so that the insulin carries those nutrients into the cells efficiently. That's all you really need. So again, wait 60 to 90 minutes after a workout. Then what I typically do is I do what I call my power smoothie. And you can go on our Facebook or on our website, look up the ingredients to that. But basically, it embodies exactly what I just told you: protein, fat, and just a little bit of carbohydrates. And I have that about an hour after I work out. And then I stay full, even after a really hard workout, for about 5 or 6 hours. And then I eat a light lunch, and then I'm good to go for dinner. So anyway, that's sports nutrition. Hopefully that helps you guys. Day 16, you guys are doing awesome.